Hi, and welcome to the SuccessPaTh Show, where Christian business owners share their tips for success so that you can succeed more effectively with your kingdom goals. I'm your host, Violet Detre, and today is the special Freedom episode. How many of you fell into entrepreneurship or chose entrepreneurship because one of the things that it promises or it can deliver is freedom? And how many of you, once you started in entrepreneurship, ended up spending more hours than you hoped on your business? Yes, sometimes we can fall into that trap. So in this episode, I want to share a few tips, about 5, that'll help you to get some of that freedom back. Let's go right into it. All right, so if you've been following me for a while, you've seen my episode about building your business around your life rather than your life around your business. Okay, so you and God, you and Jesus are your CEOs, your co-partners and CEOs. So you need to take charge and not let your business, bulldoze through your life. And in another episode, I have several time management hacks. And in that episode, I shared some tips that can really, really help you to take back your time and actually do some self-management. So go back and listen to that episode. But one thing that I didn't share was a not to-do list. How many of you have heard of a not to-do list? Of course, all of us have heard of to-do lists. You have this big old long document with 20, 40, 60 things you have to do through the day. And some of us are just tired of that. Well, this is a happy list because it helps you to know what not to do in your business. Let me explain that a little bit. So what you want to do is set a list of tasks that have to get done in your business. Let's say administrative things, accounting things, sales, marketing, however you build your content, coaching clients, putting things in your calendar, all those different things. Just set 20 minutes aside and write a whole list down of anything that you can think of. Now, what you want to do is you want to label each task as follows. You can either say, hey, this is my genius zone. So this is a task that I need to do myself because I'm the best at this. Plus, it gives me a lot of ROI. It's one of those income producing activities that only I can do. And it's basically helps with the bread and butter of my business. Then you're going to write down the things or label those things that you can delegate. Those things that you're good at, but somebody else can do the same or better than you. Those things that you're not good at, especially, delegate those out. When my husband and I found out about these tips that I'm about to share, because I've just gone halfway through the not to-do list, I just want to share with you like the mind-blowingness, the aha moment that we had with this. Because how much is your time worth right now? You may be charging $200 an hour, $500 an hour. Maybe you're worth $1,000 an hour or more. But those menial tasks like taking out the trash, cutting or mowing your lawn. I used to spend sometimes 8 hours on a Canva project. Those types of things can be hired out. And wow, it frees up so much time in your business. Even cooking. Some people hire chefs to come to their house and prepare those meals because you could be spending your time or investing your time more wisely somewhere else. Okay, so going back to the not to-do list, you made a list of all the tasks. You labeled those that are part of your genius zone that only you can do, that brings you the bread and butter. And then also you labeled those that you need to delegate now. Now, which ones of those tasks can be automated? You can use a lot of programs online that can help you to automate different things for your business. Makes things so much easier. And if you want a list of those, put something in the comments, put automate in the comments to let me know, and I'll try to find some helpful apps that are good for, some updated things so that they can help you to automate your business. And the last one is label, eliminate. Which ones need to be completely off your table, off that list? Which ones of those are really totally unnecessary, either for that day, for that week, or forever? Just eliminate some of those things, and oh my goodness, the amount of freedom that you're going to have from doing this not to-do list. So once you do this not to-do list, come back to this episode, put it in the comments, let me know how that helped you. That was tip number 1. So I have another episode called Rule Your Business, which kind of deals with some of the similar things here. It's in the same venue as this. And in that episode, I remind you to schedule, schedule, schedule. Your calendar is your friend, my friend. Use it to your advantage and make sure you schedule time for family. Schedule time for your priorities. Schedule you time. Very, very important. Did you hear me out there? Schedule you time. For example, schedule in breaks. That's what I do. I schedule in some of those breaks, especially lunch break, dinner break. Get, stuff ready. Self-care times, another important thing to schedule. Time off time. For example, Friday afternoons, my husband and I take time off for date night. Schedule those times. Schedule times that you need to fill your cup. All right. Number 3 now is batching. How many of you have heard of batching? This can be very, very helpful, especially if you're doing a lot of content creation. And basically what you do is you gather similar tasks in one time slot. Let's say, for example, on Tuesday, you're going to do 10 YouTube episodes, or you're going to create a whole month's worth of social media posts for your content, or social media posts for marketing. Or let's say, on Tuesdays, you want to create reels. That way you can set the tone. You can say, hey, I'm going to be outside, or I'm going to be in this environment, and let's take advantage of that environment and do a whole bunch of projects, similar tasks at one time. Or, for example, like email. Take a particular amount in your day to reply, to send emails, or to get on Messenger just for that period of time, and then just turn off the notifications. Or if there's certain equipment that you need. If you need all this equipment and need a certain setup and need to make it look a certain way and have certain things, that hardware that you need, that you can have all at one time, get it all prepared, and use that specific block of time to do all those tasks. So that is called batching. Something very, very helpful that I remind people about is your alarms, because you may have stuff scheduled in your calendar, but sometimes you might miss certain things. So what I do is I set alarms 30 minutes prior, 20 minutes prior, 10 minutes prior, to remind me of those things that are in my calendar that I really, really need to pay attention to. And an alarm can also help you for tip number 4, which is focus time. Specific times where you are just boom, 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 working on one specific thing. For example, if you're writing a book, decide, hey, I'm going to wake up at this time in the morning from 6 to 6:30. I'm going to be just writing on my book. Things like that. Or you can set 2-minute alarms, 10-minute alarms, or 30-minute alarms. sometimes even 1 hour. Just in there, working at a certain thing, undisturbed, everything shut off, focusing on that one thing. This could be super, super helpful. And alarms like this, these types of timers can help you to beat procrastination. I did a project and I got so much work done because I gave myself 20 minutes. I'm going to sit down for 20 minutes, get this done, and you'd be surprised at the creativity that can come out during that period of time. This is also called Parkinson's law, that a certain project or activity or task will take the same amount of time that you give it. All right, so number 5 and the last one is done beats perfect. Just get it done. It doesn't have to be perfect. One of my mentors says that ugly sells. And people don't expect perfect. People expect real right now. And also keep it simple, superstar. The acronym KISS. Remember, keep it simple, superstar. And I was going through some trainings this weekend and I was reminded of how Steve Jobs, he has his office all white with no pictures, no decorations, nothing. Why? Because when he wanted to get in his office, he wanted to concentrate and he wanted no distractions. So keeping things simple makes life so, so much easier. Make sure to implement some of these steps and let me know how these work for you. And also remember to subscribe to this channel, and that way we can bring you more content like this in the future. Share this with your friends and like this episode. We appreciate you. God bless, and we'll see you next time.